Hey everyone, Rich here with another retro video. In this one, I'm going to show you how to set up a Gmail account in the Alpine mail client. I am going to kind of rush through this because it takes a while to do, so I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. I'll probably fail, but here we go. Google.com, search for Alpine Mail. First search result, Washington edu/Alpine. Scroll down, obtain and install, click obtaining, click Windows, click PC Alpine Setup Program. Either save it and run or just run it direct. I'm going to run it direct. Close the browser, next, accept, next, 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 install. We're going to use local configuration file and hit OK. Personal name, your Gmail email address. Mail server is imap.gmail.com/ssl/user equals your Gmail email address. SMTP server is smtp.gmail.com/t as in Tango, L as in Lima, S as in Sierra, TLS/user equals your Gmail email address. And OK. Uncheck so nothing is checked and hit finish. If you are using Windows Vista or 7, right-click the Alpine icon on the desktop and choose to run as administrator. If you don't, it will not work. If you're running Windows 2000 or Windows XP, just go right in. It will create a mail folder. Hit OK. Maximize the screen. The first thing we have to do is get into the config and set up all the mandatory folders. So E to exit greeting. It's going to prompt for the Gmail password for the first time. Go ahead and put that in. If you check this box to save it, it won't prompt you for it again. At least not here. When you go to send, it might prompt for it one more time. Okay, so now we go into setup, which is S, and config, which is C. We have to set up our, let's see, incoming archive folders. Yes, we have to set up our sent mail folder, the saved mail folder, postponed, and trash. It's going to look almost exactly like inbox, which is going to be left brace, the IMAP, and what you'll see what I mean in a second. So anyway, for the file carbon copy, which is the sent mail folder, that's left brace, which is different from a bracket. Remember that. To get a brace, it's a shift bracket instead of just bracket. Anyway, imap.gmail.com/ssl/user equals your Gmail email address. Right brace, left bracket. This is not a brace at this point. Gmail with a capital G, lowercase mail, right bracket, / sent mail. Exactly as such, capital S, lowercase ent, space, capital M, lowercase ail, enter. The default saved message folder is going to be exactly the same as this, except sent mail is going to be all mail. Left brace, imap.gmail.com/ssl/user equals ezratn @gmail.com. Right brace, left bracket, Gmail, right bracket, /all mail. Capital A, lowercase ll, space, capital M, lowercase ail. Postpone folder we changed to just postpone with an E. I'm not going to explain what, trust me, you have to do that. Let's see, trash folder, left brace, imap.gmail.com/ssl/user. Same as the above, except this one's going to be just trash, TRASH with a capital T. Let's see, literal signature. We'll actually use the signature editor for that. So I'm going to hit E to exit and yes to confirm and save. Before we do the signature, I will do the collection list, which is the other Gmail folders, which you know as labels, and L. And we're going to add a collection, which is A. Nickname is going to be Gmail. Server, it's going to be imap.gmail.com/ssl/user equals your Gmail email address, path, left bracket, capital G, lowercase mail, right bracket. When you see commands at the bottom that have a little caret in front of them, which is that little up arrow thing, a shift 6 on your keyboard, that means the control key. So if you see caret X, that means control X to execute that function. So control X to exit and save. Control X, exit and save, Y for yes. Now we need to move Gmail to the top here. We do that with shuffle, which is down here, which is a $ shift 4. So I have Gmail highlighted, and it says, do you want to move the selected context up with the U key? Yes, U. So now it's on top. And then E to exit. And then we're going to go folder list, L, and I'm going to select Gmail. And there are all my Gmail folders. Awesome. So I will highlight inbox and go in there, and there is my Gmail. Cool. And I use the greater than and less than, which is the keys right next to the N and M keys, and I can go back and forth like that. That's how you go back and forth in Alpine. It's a quick way to do it. You get used to it after a while. So anyway, at this point, the signature. Let's see. Oops. Cancel. Go to the main menu. Set up S for signature. -- Richmond pipe. Easy. RITN and gmail.com. Just keep it simple. Control X, as you see down here, to save, and S to save. What am I forgetting? Oh, we'll try composing a test message to make sure it copies the folder, copies the message to the proper locations and all that jazz. Compose message to myself. Subject. Test from Alpine. Test mail from Alpine. Control X to send, as it shows down here. Send message, Y for yes. Okay, it is asking for the outbound mail server password for SMTP, which is the same as the inbound. And I'm going to preserve and hit OK. New mail to you. Okay, so let's go to the folder list and Gmail and inbox. Yep, there it is. You can see by the N, it is a new message. It worked. Okay, now we'll do the less than for message index, less than for folder list, and right for sent mail. And yep, it copied to the sent mail like it was supposed to. And we'll also check all mail. Yep, that worked too. Everything worked. So now we'll just change around some colors and some fonts. This is the fun part. So go to setup and I believe it's K. Yeah, K for color. So I will change the normal color to a foreground. I'm using my mouse for this one and double clicking appropriate areas. Gray for foreground, black background. E to exit that screen. Reverse color I will change for cyan foreground, blue background. E to exit that one. And title color I will change to black foreground, disgusting green background, like that. E to exit, and that's good enough. E to exit, yes to save. Q to quit, because I'm going to go install a font. So I launch my browser again, go to Google.com, search for Press Start Font. I'm actually going to do two fonts here. Font stuff from Codeman 38, that's what I want. I'm going to install Press Start 2P, and also PC Senior. So I will do this one. Let me get my appropriate fonts here. Okay, there's Press Start 2P, so I will put that on the desktop. I'm not going to explain how to install fonts. If you don't know how to install fonts, there are tons of resources on the internet that'll tell you how to do it. And I'm also going to get PC Senior. So open that one up. Okay. And do PC Senior. So I copy those on the desktop, close the browser, into the control panel. Double click fonts to open the font folder. Take these two fonts, drag, install them both. Okay. And then I can get rid of them off the desktop here. And then into Alpine I go again. Maximize. Config, set window font. Let's try press start 2p first. The best font size to use is 12, by the way, because anything else it doesn't look right. It looks kind of messed up. 12 is the best one. So let's try this one. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Look at that. So let's do folder list, Gmail, all mail. Not bad, not bad. Let's try the other one, PC Senior. Same thing, 12 point. Oh yeah, that looks even better. That looks like an old CGA monitor. That's just awesome. Yeah, that's how it looks. So, and when you go to back to the main menu and compose a message, yeah, look at that. That's great. Test with new font in Alpine used. Test with new font in Alpine used. Control X to send, and yes. New mail to you. Okay. Folder list, Gmail, inbox. Oh yeah, this looks awesome. So if I go to set window font, if I wanted to try something else, like if you want a traditional DOS style font, you could do terminal, 12 or 14 point, like that. Or I could do fixed sys, like an IRC style font, like that. It's better to use a smaller window if you're doing it that way. But that's the old fixed sys. And this plain courier, if I do a 15 size bold, that looks pretty retro. That looks pretty good. So yeah, that's looking pretty good right there. That's the gist of it in a nutshell. If you want something modern looking, use Lucida Console. If you want something that has anti-aliasing to it or something like that, like if you do an 18 point regular, that's how that looks. That's more Linux-y looking kind of thing, because they like using more modern fonts in the Linux environment. So, or you might be using Alpine in the Linux environment for all I know. So, but that's how that looks. So anyway, that in a nutshell is it. And it does really work with the Gmail account. You'll be able to access all your mail, do all the stuff you want to do. It's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I covered everything. So how to set up and get it working. That in a nutshell is it.